today about trial packs, or PUPPs, personal use product packs, as some people call them. This is one of my favourite areas, and I have to say, when I got started with Forever, I was only ever going to retail, I was not going to recruit. So for me, the trial packs were biggest tool I had to get my retail off the ground. And I think as a company we're quite unique in this, and I think it's something, if you're not already utilising trial packs, then you really need to start thinking about how you're going to start using them, and how you're going to what's the word I'm looking for? Sort of utilise the products in the best way that you possibly can. So these are my ideas. Some of them are quite generic, but some of them are things that I've found have helped me over the past couple of years. But the first thing I really wanted to say, I've kind of made myself some notes so that I stay on track, because I do tend to Twitter. But the first thing I really wanted to say was, the trial packs and the PUPPs have really changed, I think, over the last sort of 3 years since we've all been involved with Forever. So, the way that we used to promote trial packs is quite different now. But what I would say is, if you're going to utilise PUPPs and trials in the best way, you really, really, really need to know your products. So the first thing I would be saying is, if you don't know your products properly, oh hi Lucia, how are you? If you don't know your products properly, you really need to get to know them inside out, because what you're actually going to be doing is you're going to be talking to potential customers. You want to sound confident, you want to sound like you kind of know what you're talking about, but the other thing is, the most important thing is, you're actually going to be selecting appropriate products for these potential customers. So you need to be listening to them, you need to be taking on board the things that they want to improve, and you're going to be selecting those products. So you can't recommend products if you don't know anything about them. So the 3 things I would say is get confident talking about the products, find out everything you can about them, get onto that Sunshine product library. I don't think it's been utilised enough. Now, certainly in the UAE, we've got, if I can get it, sorry, I should have been more prepared. We now have the new product manual. So this is really good and can really, really help you learn a bit more about those products as well. But if you don't know about them, you can't recommend and select the right ones for the people that you're talking to. So get confident, get on that product library, start Googling and researching a bit more about those products and the versatility that each one has, and really start to know your stuff. So the biggest thing I want to say to you is that the PUPPs that we do now have really, really changed, like I've already said. Let me show you what I used to send out. This might make some of you giggle, okay? So when I got started with Forever, I went out and I bought a basket like this, okay? I know it kind of, maybe that's a bit distorted, but I went out and I bought a basket like that, okay? And that was what I thought was the right thing to do, because that was what we were all doing. We bought these great big baskets, we put all our products in those baskets, and then we sent them out to customers. And that was great, and we did really, really well. But you know what? It didn't leave us anywhere to go with those customers, because they'd had most of our products already. The other thing was, a lot of customers were quite overwhelmed. They had too many products to try over that 3 to 5 day period. They couldn't remember what each product was for. Yeah, huge, Lucia, right? And we just kind of, that's what we did. We didn't know any different. But I think what we're actually doing now is we're putting less and less products in a basket or a bag or whatever you want to do. We're not so focused on the wicker basket. This basket now sits in my cupboard and keeps all my samples in it. It does not go anywhere. So I went down in size to this, which is quite a lot smaller. Doesn't look that much smaller, but it is, believe me. And actually that one's not been out for ages either. So what we're actually doing now is very, very different. And I would say to you, if you're still in that put everything in a basket and get it out to those customers. Just think again whether that's the best use of your samples for your customers. So by putting less and less in a basket, or by giving out less and less products, what we're actually doing is we're allowing for revisits to our current customers. We can go back to them and we can say, you know what, you tried that shampoo, you loved it, do you want to try any more of our personal care products? So that means we can upsell to our current customers, which is really, really important. And I think that's the way that most of us managers now work. We're actually upselling to the current customers that we have. And we can just about use anything as a trial pack now, anything. 1 item, 3 items, 5 items, whatever. It doesn't matter really. One product on its own is a trial pack. So even if you're just sending out, say for example, a moisturising lotion, that's a trial pack. It's something for somebody to try. So that can count on your point sheets, everybody, even if it's not, you know, a great big massive lot of products to go out. So, ideas then for trial packs. What we have started doing as well is we've started using a lot of themes. So what we might be doing is looking for products that are suitable for children, for example. So you might put a child's pack together. So you might put some sun cream in there, you might put some aloe jelly, you might put some kids bits for them to try, you might put some of the tooth gel in there, and that might be enough. Or you might put some propolis cream in if they've got dry skin, or, you know, those kind of things is what we're doing now. We're starting to actually theme the packs and the trials for people. You might be putting together a fitness pack, which might include some of the RJ sachets, it might include some bee pollen, some Arctic Sea, some heat lotion, some MSM gel, and some of the shakes. You might put together like a bubbles kind of trial pack, which might have the bubble bath in it. It might have shampoo, conditioner, hand and face soap. Sorry, it's just the hand soap now, isn't it? Hand soap. You know, a scrub, a couple of things like that. So, sorry, I've got notifications coming up, so I'm just going to get rid of that. So, you know, we're starting to actually theme those things, but what I want you to understand is that if you're doing the best that you can with these trial packs, then everybody's pack is actually going to be different, because we want you now to be starting to personalise those packs so that they're really, really specific for those customers that you're talking to and those potential new customers that you've got. We're looking to personalise those packs really. So, for example, if you are looking for some samples for men to try, you might be putting in the aloe shave, you might be putting in the aftershave, the cologne, you might be putting in the gentleman's pride, you might put in there the hand and face soap, you might put the tooth gel in there, and that would be a really nice pack for men. We go through all of this in the rolling training week 2, where there's on the slides there's lots of examples you know, of different packs that you can put together. You know, this I'm going to show you now. I don't know if you can actually see, but this is probably now the biggest kind of pack that I would send out. I would not send out any more products than that now. So this is like a personal care pack. So in there I've got the hand soap, I've got a shampoo, a conditioner, the moisturising cream, tooth gel, sunscreen, aloe lotion, and the aloe shave. And that is going to help not just one member of the family. There's lots of things that people can try in there. It's not too many products for somebody to use over 3 to 5 days. It's not too many products for them to remember. You know, what's... you've just thrown me there, Claire, and I'm talking about my hair. Yeah, there's not too many products for people to remember what they're for, and I think that was the mistake we were making. We were just giving too much out. People couldn't cope. They weren't using them, trying all the products, so we weren't utilising the best use of these trial packs. So that's probably about the biggest now that I would be sending out altogether. But I want you to sort of think beyond sets of products. I want you to think beyond that a little bit, and I want you to think about the individual ranges as well. So are you giving people the opportunity to try things like the Aroma Spa set. That on its own is an amazing trial. Okay, you've got 3 products in there. Somebody can have a real good try of them over 3 to 5 days, and you can just give it out like that. Okay, so that is something that you could be giving out for people to try as a relaxation trial. Sorry, I've got so much stuff on my desk. I've got to get my hands on it all and get rid of it all in a minute as well. Okay, what about this one? Are you letting people try the, can you see what that is? It's the body toning set. I've had some people try this. They've absolutely loved it. It's not got everything in there, but that's the body toning set. Give it out on its own for people to try. You can get at least 6 to 9 wraps out of here. So if somebody had it over 5 days, they could do 2 wraps, and one of those is going to see you through 3-4 trials. So this purely goes out to people to try. That's all that one does. The other thing that you could be giving out is, oops, see everything's falling down now. One of the skincare kits. So have you got a Fleur de Jouvence set that you can give out to people and just let them try that and that alone? You know, it gives people a chance to try the whole of one particular range. Again, if you give it to them for 5 days or so, they're going to get a real good feel of what that's like. So that's some more ideas of kind of individual products that you could be using, or individual sets that you could be giving out to people. The other thing you need to be doing as well is if you are, if you've got current customers, one thing I make sure I do is whenever we have new products launched, I contact them all and I say, wow, you know, we've got these new products launched, do you want to try them? So again, what we're doing is we're upselling to our current customers. So as soon as the move came out, I was messaging all my current customers and I said, if you don't think you could benefit from this, do you know somebody who would benefit? Do you want to try it? And I actually initially, for the first 5 people I think, I actually let them try it for 2 weeks so they could get a real good feel of the benefits of this product. So I invested and I bought some of these and I made sure that they were out straight away as soon as they'd been launched. And then I got testimonials from people and I got them to put them on my VIP page. So that went out on its own as a trial, that particular product. Also, I've still got this going out. The Infinite set. As soon as it came out, I was contacting my customers, I was blogging it, I was using it myself, made sure that I'd tried it, and I then made sure that this is going out. This is about to go out again. Tomorrow I'm delivering this as well. So this is actually still ongoing. I've got 2 of these sets, I think, that tend to go out alternately. But that, again, on its own, get it out as a trial pack for people to try. The other thing that I have actually sent out is that. Can you see? So the travel set, if you can invest in a travel set, you've got 5 daily products that people can try. It's really cute, so people like it because it's miniatures. But shampoo, conditioner, moisturising lotion, bath jelly, which is beautiful as a shower gel, and the Tooth Bright. So that on its own again is a trial pack. So don't forget those new products. Ask for testers, ask for testimonials from people, and then you're getting fantastic feedback and interaction on your groups as well. Don't forget the daily essentials. Last year when we were at Eagle Manager, there was a great training just on the daily essentials. So 7 items that every household should have. So this again is a great pack that you can send out. Aloe First Spray, lip balm, aloe jelly, heat lotion, propolis cream, and the tooth gel. Is that 6 items? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6 items, not 7. Aloe First, lip balm, tooth gel, propolis, aloe jelly, and heat lotion. And again, everyday essentials that every household should have. Are you focusing on those as well? So yeah, if your basket's too big, Jolene, I think people just don't get through it. They don't get to use those products properly. So, okay, I'm going to talk about investment a little bit later, Lucia, so hang on, because you don't have to do it all at once, obviously. So, another thing that I've had a bit of a flip round is popping the gel in the trial packs. So, I used to put the gel in, and then I stopped, and I'm actually now thinking that I'm going to put it back in. The reason being, I watched a great training. It was a live video by a lovely couple, and I'm really sorry but I can't remember their names, and it was on Team Win, it was on Sam's page, and they are amazing gel retailers. They've got like so many customers, gel drinkers, it's unbelievable. She always puts the gel in with the trials, whether people have asked for it or not. And the reason behind it was that she basically said, okay, people aren't going to feel the benefits, they're not, but they can get to taste it, they can get to, you can talk about the benefits. This is our flagship product. This is what over 50% of our global sales are all about. My gel drinking customers have dropped. I've got to start building them up again. So I am going to start putting that back into those trial packs, just so that people can try it. Okay, if I'm not even introducing them to it, I can't talk about it. If people are struggling, I'm going to put the juiced in as well. So whilst they might have asked for the Infinite Facial skincare kit, I'm going to say, do you know what? I've given you the aloe gel. This is our flagship product. It's absolutely amazing. It can really help with this, and this. I've just popped it in there. Keep it in the fridge. I just want you to try it for a few days and let me know what you think. So, and I might pop one of those in if I think they're not going to manage. So this is something I'm having a bit of a turnaround about. I think it needs to go back in for me, for my clients. Again, that's a decision that you can make on your own. The other thing that I'm going to start promoting for trials, we've got RG now in these individual packs. So we can give 5 or 6 little individual sachets to all those people, those sporty people, those people that work out, the people who are involved in training and sports and fitness. I want to be giving them these sachets now to try. And again, we're asking for feedback. That's all we're doing really, is asking for some feedback. Don't forget those individual items. So another one that I've had great success with is, please excuse the monkey bag, I've really got to change it. It's the mask. So I don't know if you can see it there. I've got my face against the window, but I put into a bag the mask powder, the activator, a little bowl, a little brush, and a set of instructions that I have, where are they, laminated here. And I give that to people on its own. People love this mask, and they don't have to use it with the Fleur de Jouvence set. So if you can promote that and just give it to someone, promote it on your personal page or on your Facebook page, whatever you're doing, then yeah, basically pop that in and let people try it. Candies. I think, yeah, there are things like we talked about the gel and the supplements. They're not going to get the full benefit, but they can try it, they can taste it, they're going to know whether they're going to be how easy it is to use. And I think it's actually worth giving people that chance, because I'm going to talk about the benefits and why we use PUPPs in a minute, but it's all about building relationships with people, and it's all about customer service as well. So don't forget things like the mask. That's a really good one. The other thing is just simply individual products. So you might be talking to somebody, they say, how are you, how are things? Oh, well, I'm really tired, I'm not sleeping very well, or whatever they say to you. People give you an awful lot of information if you actually are listening. And it might be that you say, you know what, if you're not sleeping very well, I've been using royal jelly. I've been using royal jelly, and I've really found that it's helped. Do you want to try some? Because I can bring some for you. You can try it for 3 or 4 days and just see if it helps. And then, I've got some here, I have. Then all you're going to do is you're going to pop that in a bag, forget the baskets, good to go. Pop your business card in there and away you go. That's all you need to do. It really isn't about the baskets and the presentation and then this, that and the other. It's about getting the product in front of people for them to try. The only thing that I would not do that with, and I have to say this, is the deodorant. That's not something that I give out for people to try for obvious hygiene reasons, but I do have one so that people can see it, smell it, feel the texture if they want to on their hands. But I use that at launches and things, but it's not something that I would give out for people to try for obvious reasons. So why do we use trial packs, the benefits of trial packs then? The whole point is that what we're allowing people to do, just put that down, is to try before you buy. And how many companies actually say, can we say do that? I don't know any other companies really that allow you to try things for 3 or 4 days, actually use products. It's one of our unique selling points. So I play quite heavily on that most of the time. It gets products out into people, so it gets the products on people's skin, it gets them using them, tasting them, trying them, feeling them, and starting to form opinion on them. Quite often people I've spoken to who've got quite strong opinions of Forever Living products haven't even tried them. So the beauty is we can say, look, why don't you try them? It's free. Just try them for a few days and then make your opinion, rather than, making your opinion based on somebody else or what you've heard. One of the other great things about the trial packs is that it gives us feedback for the future. So it gives us testimonials that we can use. It gives us testimonials to help with product stories. But also, if you're using or if you're putting in one of these feedback forms, now these are in the team pages. So these feedback forms, they've got instructions for the person who's taking the product. They've got instructions on there, but on the back it's actually got a table that people can you see? That people can fill in. I know it's. I hope it's not back to front for you. It is for me, but I hope it isn't. So this here is where you can gather information. So somebody might say, would I use this? And they might say, yes, I would. Do I know somebody who'd like this? Yes, I do. Okay. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. Would I like to order one? Now they might say no. But that means if you attach this to your customer profile sheet for that person, you've got feedback for the future of things that they like, and things that things that that they like, and things that they might order in the future. So you can go back to them. So it's feedback about the products, but also feedback about that particular customer or potential customer. The other thing is, we are in the business of building relationships. We are in the business of getting to know people, talking to people. When you deliver a trial pack to somebody, you are starting, before you've even sold them a product, to build a relationship with that person. And that's one of the most exciting parts, really. It's we're huge on customer service. We're already showing somebody that we're willing to bring products to them, and that we're willing to collect those products, talk to that person, personalise the products for them. So we've taken the time to listen to them and give them the products that we know are going to help, and that's why I say get to know your products, really. So it's showing already that we're building relationships and that we provide great customer service, and that's what we're all about. And I think as a team, we're fantastic on building customer service. It's one of our strongest points. The other thing is you can use it to get referrals. So you can actually ask people, as we've seen from the sheet, but also, do you know anybody else who might like to try the products too? Do you know anybody who might like to try the skincare range? Can you think of one person or two people that you'd be willing to give me their details? I'll put us in touch with each other, and you might even give an incentive for that, in that you would I don't know, provide a small free gift for a number of referrals or whatever. So, who should I give my packs to? Well, the answer is you should be giving them to your old customers. So, if you are no longer giving the huge basket out, if you are no longer giving all those products, it means, as I've said already, you can go back to those old customers and you can upsell. You can introduce them to new things. You can explain that, you know, you've got some new products for them to try. You're going to be upselling, so you can keep your old customers happy. You should be talking to people. As I've said already, our business is all about talking to people. So you're talking to people all the time, chatting to people at the school gates, chatting to people at the gym, chatting to people at social events, and you should be listening. So it's not about, we say all the time, don't we, we've got one mouth, two ears, use them in that proportion. Listen to people. They will tell you masses of stuff. And you should be able to recommend, from what you hear, lots of different products. So you should be hopefully picking up new customers like that. And you should basically be giving your packs to anyone and everyone. One of the things that I wanted just to remind you about, I've got it here for you to see, is the pages at the back of your Steps to Manager book. So can you see there? There's like a page, it's pages 32 and 33. I think these are underused. Okay, so these pages are really, really good. Gosh, the lighting is really bad, I'm so sorry. But there, so on there, it's got all the products that come in your new distributor pack, but you could add to this with any other products that you wanted to. And if you're trying to think of people to give products to, work your way through the products. Would you use them? But this is the important column. Who do you know who would use them to? Who do you know who would use the gel? So if you're struggling, use this to guide you. Who can you think of who would use the gel? Who can you think of who might like the tooth gel? And write a list of people, because then you can go to those people and either give them one individual product or a group of products. It doesn't matter, but that's in there to help you as well. So you've had a chat with some people, you've found somewhere that you want your products to go. So what you're going to do is you're going to start to prepare your pack or your products or however they're going out. But there's some really simple rules that can help you just to get the best success. So you're going to first of all personalise and decide on the products that are most relevant to that potential customer. There is no point in putting products in there that are all to do with fitness if the person that you're giving those products to doesn't do any fitness or working out. What's the other thing I was going to say? Yeah, if you've talked to your potential customer, then you'll know a bit about them already, and that's what we're trying to do, we're trying to get information. If somebody had given me as a trial pack, when I first got started, if somebody had given me the shampoo and conditioner, I would not have used it. The reason being that I've got a Kerastrate treatment. My hair's quite curly, so I have a Kerastrate treatment. I can't use shampoos that contain sulfates. Now we're lucky now we've got the new one which does, but when I got started we didn't have that. So if Zoe had given me a trial pack with the shampoo and conditioner in, I wouldn't have used it. So get to know your customers, get to know what they're actually going to use and what they're going to be interested in. Take that time to have a conversation before you get the products out to them. So just so you know, what is it that you're interested in? What do you think you'd really like to try? Is it skincare, personal care? Do you want a bit of pampering? And go from there. What are you going to include in your list? So the things that I always put in, I always make sure that somebody's got a brochure. Okay, so I always put a brochure in because I think it's really important, A, that people know the prices, and B, that they can see what other products are there as well. Because if you're only giving them 3 or 4 products, they might have a flip through here, and then you might be able to go back to them and say, oh, what did you see? Did you see anything else that you'd like to try? So I always include that. I used to always include a lot of literature. I've actually cut right back on the literature, and now I only put the gel leaflet in because I want people to read about the gel. What else do I do? I always include a feedback form, as I've shown you already. This is in Sunshine Files, and it's in a Word document, so you can change those products to whatever you want, whatever's going out, and that's what I do. So I always include one of those and ask people to fill it in for me. I always include instructions if it's necessary, so like for the mask, I've always got the instructions in there. What else? Oh, I always include as well. Do I always? If I've got quite a few products, yes I do. I always include a little feedback book. So it's a bit like a feedback book that you might find in a holiday cottage. When you go to a holiday cottage and you, well I do, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just nosy, but when I go into a holiday cottage, the first thing I do is I look at the visitor's book and I look at what people have written. So I include one of these because I think it's really nice for people to write about the different products, and there might be something in there that's been written about that again isn't on the list that somebody wants to try. So I do actually put a little customer book in, review book in as well. The other thing I do sometimes, I've got to find one. Oh yeah, I do actually, some people do beautiful booklets, some people do leaflets, all about the different products. But because I sit down with my customers and I actually go through the different products with them when I deliver, I just put it's not very professional, maybe I should make it look more pretty, but I actually put, can you see, I actually put a little label on the products, and I just put, I really love this one, I love it, it's a night treatment and I like to use it over the alpha-E oil. That's all I do, just so that people remember, because they do forget, quite often they do forget. What else? Oh yeah, and the other thing I do as well is I give them a thank you. I give them a little bag with a thank you in. So I often give them a couple of samples of something they haven't taken, and I give them a lip balm. That is personal choice. It's up to you. So, but I do tend to. Everybody loves a lip balm, and over here I don't think it's too much of an investment to sort of give people a little thank you. People like it, don't they? They love a freebie. They do, they just love a freebie. So I put those in as well. So, I've got everything ready. I've got everything sorted. Yeah, so I've done all of that. Then I arrange a time and I arrange the date to drop. I make sure that it's when somebody's going to be there, okay? I never leave the products without seeing the person, because I want to talk through the products. I want to make sure that people understand that they're highly concentrated and they don't need to use very much. I need to understand that I need them to understand what the products are all about. So I always make sure that somebody's going to be there. The following day, I send them a message, or I give them a call, or however you normally communicate with them, and I always just say, how are you getting on? Because if they haven't opened those products yet, it's a bit of a nudge. Come on, why haven't you? But the other thing is, I remind them of the pick-up time as well. So I ensure that they've started using the products, but also I remind them of the collection date. Oh, I've just remembered, sorry, and it's just backtrack. Before my products go out, I always make sure they're clean. Sorry, that's really, really important. This one is not. So that one's not ready to go. I would clean that off, definitely. So I'd clean that off, and I make sure it's ready to go. And I never send something out if it's less than half full. So all the leftovers from my trials are things that I use. That's my personal usage. I replace my trial, my samples, so that they've always got half a thing full. Sorry, that's going back a bit. So the other thing is, I make sure that somebody's going to be in when I collect, because I want to have a chat with them. I want to find out how they've got on. I want to find out what their favourite products are, and I want to make sure they have filled in my form on the back. Okay. I go in really positive. I just kind of go in under the presumption that they've loved everything, and then if they haven't, they can tell me otherwise. But I go in really positive. What was your favourites? What did you enjoy using? I bet you loved the such and such. And if they say they did love something, Depending on the person, I might be a little bit forward and I might say, great, shall I get one for you? If I don't know the person so well, I might have a slightly different approach. But also then I refer to the catalogue. Did you see anything else that you thought you might like to try in the future, so that you're continually growing your testers and your trial people. And then I do the asking for the referral, and if they've got referrals for me, I might give them a free gift, dependent on the person, if I know them well, or I might just pop in a, give them a tooth gel or something that's not too expensive. Or that could be the point when you give them this. If you've, if they've given you a referral, then they get their little freebies. That could be something that you could do then. Okay, promoting your packs. So personally, I only promote on Facebook on my private VIP group. Okay, so my current customers. So actually now I've got all my stuff out, I'm actually going to jump on live straight after this on my VIP group, and I'm going to just remind people about the things that they can choose, because I need to get some more trials out. If you want to advertise within the wider Facebook community, I would say do so, but with caution. It's something that we did quite a lot when we all first got started a few years ago, but I think it's actually not so popular now. I personally don't do it at all. One of the reasons being that there are quite a lot of FBOs out there, and if you are continually putting up on community Facebook groups about sample packs who want to try these products, be aware that there are other forever business owners who live in that community, and it might irritate them. If you're advertising in a community that you don't even live in, that's going to irritate them even more. And we don't want to upset or take customers from, that's not ethically correct and the correct way to run your business. So just be aware. The other thing is, obviously we don't want to irritate people, but it can be a lot of driving around for not a lot of production. You're not necessarily building that relationship with people because you've just popped a post up on Facebook. There's some people I know have found that people have used all their products and just given them back, not bought anything. They just really like the idea of the freebie. If you're going to target communities or your own personal community, the better way might be to do letter drops. But again, you've got to be a little bit careful. Some of the larger communities here have got restrictions on that. I know that Claire Martin, she had a phase where she used to take her children to the park, and she'd just chat to people in the park. She'd have catalogues there, and she'd say, I can drop some products around for you to try if you like. And I actually personally think that's the better way to go. I think you're going to retain customers much more that way as well. As I've said already, we're all about customer service, aren't we? So we're about talking to people, getting to know them. We don't want to be irritating people on Facebook with them. Okay, so final bit, just some final tips. I hope that's been really useful, but what I would say is, and this was something that somebody's already asked a question about, is investing. So obviously I've been in the business for well over 2.5 years now, and yes, I have a lot of products, but I did not buy them all at once, okay? What we suggest that people try and do is to start investing with one new product a month. That's all, just one, okay? And by investing in just one new product every month, you can then contact your customers and say, I just bought this new product, it's amazing, do you want to try it? Just one product, that's all. So invest in the sun cream, got all the animals coming upstairs, including my daughter. Invest in the sun cream or the mask, or the mask and the scrub, like that. Say, just bought these, I haven't tried them before, they're amazing, do you want to try them? So just one new product a month. Get excited about it and tell people. Don't get hung up on the basket. Remember, if you've got less products going out, they can be going out to more people. If all your products are in one basket, they can only go to one person, and the next person is going to have to wait. So spread those products around a little bit. Listen to people. It is amazing what information people will give you, and the opportunities that they will present to you if you just listen. Don't forget either those less well-known products for people to try. So this one, for example, Alpha E oil. that is an amazing product. But people are not going to look in the catalogue and go, oh, I think I fancy some of that alpha-E oil. They're not going to know what it's all about. If they can try it, they will feel how it's not like an oil at all. They will feel that they only need a teeny tiny bit. So, you know, don't forget those other products. Don't forget the men's products. You know, this Gentleman's Pride, it smells beautiful, but nobody's going to know that unless they've tried it. My husband would never have used moisturiser unless I'd said to him, try it. So, you know, don't forget those other products. You know, the R3 Factor, that's another great moisturiser, and it's a restoring and smoothing cream. But a lot of people don't know about it because it's not in a set or a kit. So, you know, use your trial packs for people, your current customers, to try different things. And keep a record. So you should have, for every customer, you should have a customer profile sheet. It might look like this, it might not. This is one that obviously is on our files. But keep a record of what people have said. Update your profile sheet with information about products that they've trialed. There's a section there for PUPPs. Write down what they've tried and what they haven't tried. Write down, you know, what they said that they liked, what they might be trying next, and attach these two together so you've got all that information together. So keep a record.